Well, that definitely just happened. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We just had a 3rd Anniversary Feh Channel, and, boy, I have some feelings about what just happened. This is either going to be very controversial or good. I can't tell what this video is going to be like. So if you wouldn't mind go ahead and subscribing ahead of time, that would be great. Also, with this comes a lot of dislikes, potentially, because people seem to think that throwing dislikes at a creator's video lets intelligent systems and Nintendo know that some of the decisions they're making are bad. That's not true. So, I mean, I guess if you want to spam dislikes, you can, but it's not going to do anything. Alright, anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about what just happened with the 3rd Anniversary Feh Channel. Papa Feh is here. That's first and foremost. Feh was actually on vacation. She was chilling with, I assume, Xander, based on the pretext of the note that she left. But either way, that was the thing that happened. So I feel, I honestly, can I just say this real quick? I feel bad because a lot of people are like, bring back Sothis, blah, Feh's terrible, Sothis the best. When Sothis took over the Twitter during December, and I feel like they think that we don't like Feh anymore, and that kind of hurts my heart a little bit, and I feel bad about it. But I guess that's just where we're at in the world. Okay, Choose Your Legends results. They are in. I don't know if the actual numbers are up yet and live, but we kind of already talked about this, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Just know that all the time skip versions of these units won, and we will get some variation of them. If you're doing the color math, which isn't an actual thing, Lysithea is likely going to be a red tome. So just take that for what it's worth. I honestly don't know what they're going to do, because I'll, like, 3/4 of these units could be like legendary heroes in the future, in which case they would probably get their legendary alt with whatever kind of relic weapon they may have. So I don't think they're going to do that with them. But we'll talk more about Choose Your Legends in a later video for sure. So don't sweat that too much right now. Let's talk about Hero Fest, because that's part of the anniversary. We're getting up to 5 tickets per Hero Fest on the dates shown on the screen, which is a-okay with me. I don't need any of these units. I will always take a Brave Micaiah any day of the week. You know, I've just been playing the game for so long that I have a +10 Brave Lynn just because. Just because she happened to show up a lot, you know? It's when you've been playing for this many years, you tend to accumulate them. But this is really, really handy for newer players, especially, because these guys don't typically show up too frequently. The Brave heroes don't. They are in the normal pool, I think. But, you know, they don't get featured very frequently, I guess is what I should say. Unless you're Lynn, or unless you're in a revival banner with the year 1 Choose Your Legends. But 2 and 3, you know, obviously not as much. But even the year 1s, like, they're better now because, you know, we've gotten some refines on them. So, you know, it's always nice. We'll always take free summons. We take those for sure. We're getting Bound Hero Battle Revivals and Summoning Event Revivals, which are great because, you know, rewards and stuff. We're getting reward maps, which are kind of like dev maps. Kind of. But not really, but kind of. But you get 26 orbs throughout the entire situation, so again, can't really complain about that, right? These are all good things that we're getting. Free stuff is good stuff. We're also getting a 5-star Special Hero Summon that was similar to last year, where they basically put everybody on the banner, and whatever color popped up, you picked, and then you got one for free, and you had no choice in who. You got to pick a color, and then you got somebody within that color for free. I will definitely say that more than likely the duo heroes are probably going to be high contenders. So I think red and colorless are probably pretty good picks for the most part. But, you know, Winter Sothis is over there in green. We've got Duo Alphonse as well in blue. Granted, you know, we've had him for like a month now, and I think the other duo heroes were only around for 2 weeks-ish, I want to say. But we do have a handful of duo heroes. Ephraim is not there, obviously, because he's a normal duo hero and not a special, and this is a special banner. But you will get one free 5-star special unit from a color that you pick. So there's that. Listen, when we got to A Hero Rises, all right, let's have a moment of togetherness. If you guys weren't around for the first Hero Rises, which allowed everybody to get a free Brave Ike, or not Brave Ike, Legendary Ike. Sorry, Legendary Ike. It was a great time. We all came together as a community. It was like, you know what? Legendary heroes are kind of BS. It's dumb that this kind of power creep exists, because Legendary Ike was big power creep back then. We should allow everybody to have that. And then everybody was like, no, we're definitely voting for Legendary Ike. And then Phoenix Master went out and made a bunch of free-to-play guides, and everybody was thrilled, right? That's what happened. I am happy that it's back. However, the top 8 are going to be in a voting gauntlet. And they said that the rules would be a little bit different, but the only thing they really mentioned was the unit that you pick isn't going to affect your contribution score. So typically, if you pick a unit that you already have, you get some kind of multiplier for the team that you're on. If you use the unit that you are on the team of, you get kind of like a boost, right? We know this. This is Voting Gauntlet 101. We're aware. That doesn't matter this time. I hate that a multiplier, a really dumb multiplier because of some stupid meme pick, might impact A Hero Rises. So this is my plea to everybody watching this video. Please don't pick a meme pick. Please don't do that. Like, pick whoever you want for the top 8. Sure, whatever. Totally fine. Do you. But can we collectively come together and decide who the one pick should be, so that a multiplier doesn't come in and just absolutely bop us, and then we get like something really dumb, like a Weirs or a Rye, because that's just like my nightmare. I know no one's gonna pick them. Please don't pick them. But still, I'm concerned. I hate voting. I like Voting Gauntlet, but I hate Voting Gauntlet. You know what I mean? I have a very love-hate relationship with it. So, you know, that's it. But that's coming towards the end of the month, so we have a lot of time to talk about that. We have a lot of time to get our shit together as a community and not bungle that, because it could be bad. Hey, look. we got the new Valentine's banner, and it's finally Valentine Valentine. Which, before we move on to this, I will say there is a lot of other stuff for the anniversary. But I'm not going to go over all of it. It was scrolled through a list. If you saw the actual Feh Channel, then you know what that is. But just know, like, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It looks like there's going to be a lot of orb opportunity. There are good things in there that weren't talked about. I'm just hitting the main points that they discussed in the Feh Channel. But yeah, it's going to be packed. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Feh decided to take away two of my videos this month, that being a reaction and a prediction of Valentine's. But, for the record, I have been saying Valentine Valentine's for the last 2 years, and I think that I'm happy about that I'm happy that it's happening. I'm not happy about how it got like distributed because I was not prepared. I was not prepared. I was not recording. I saw the silhouette. I saw all the silk. I was like, oh my god, this is a real thing that's happening. Yeah. This is great. This is great. Finally, we have Valentine Valentines, right? Like, it's finally here. We're also getting a Tempest Trial to go along with it, which is going to bring us a free silk, which, hooray! This is good. And for those of you who are like, it should have been 3 houses, I feel you. I feel your pain. But just know it's also very painful when you get a unit that's not in the game yet as a special hero who rarely ever shows up, especially how limited monthly banners are becoming. So, while it's not 3 houses, which is a little disappointing, it is Valentia, which, you know, we have. And speaking of heroes that are hard to get, they're introducing 4-star special heroes on this banner and in future special banners as well. So, that's pretty great. And the 4 stars have a rate up, which is awesome. So if there's a 4-star hero that you're particularly psyched about, especially if they share a color with a 5-star exclusive, this is all really good stuff. This is great news. This is awesome. You have a high probability of being able to like get a bunch of merges on the 4-star hero that you're hyped about. And then you just need the feathers to bop them up to 5. Great. This is amazing. This is a really strong start to a Feh Channel. Let's talk about a slightly weaker end to a Feh Channel. Oh boy. Okay, so this is the controversial part, right? Oh, okay. How do we talk about this politely? let me think how we talk about this politely. So monthly subscription stuff is something that Nintendo has been doing, right? They did it with Mario Run. They did it with Mario Kart. Now they're doing it with Feh, which I have. This is the controversial part. I have mixed feelings. I want to say that it's a bad thing. I really do. But as someone who does like a lot of Google Play surveys and stuff like that, and I like get free Play Store credit, like I could probably get $10 free a month just on that. So for me personally, I could do it, and it wouldn't really impact me all that much. That said, I think some of the features that they're showcasing would be better utilized as just normal gameplay additions, you know, like auto repeat. Like we'll talk about it in a second, but like stuff like that seems like it would have been very useful to just be added so that people could have access to it regardless of a $10 paywall. You know, that seems kind of dumb. I don't know, man. Again, the price, like, I feel like $9.50 a month is relatively reasonable-ish. Slightly high, like, maybe if they put it at $7 a month, people might be less angry about it. But I think the price is, like, semi-okay-ish / slightly higher than maybe what most people would have wanted. And again, this is just me. I know, like I said, the price really doesn't impact me that much because I get credit-ish to that extent every month anyway. But the features, I think, which we might as well just go ahead and talk about because you've already disliked this video after what I've said. Okay, so we're getting Resplendent units that are distributed to us, I think is what they said, with the pass. So, that means you're getting units, and they will let you know which units they are. So if you want to get a Feh Pass for that month for that particular unit, you can get it, I guess. Which isn't, I guess, a bad thing. And it's also, this is mostly like a cosmetic change, except for the fact that they're also getting a +2 to all stats. Just a little bit of power creep, not a big deal. It's great. It's totally fine. You get the bonus no matter what, so that's just that is what it is. Again, I don't really know if +2 to all stats is going to make a huge difference, but then again, I try not to take most game modes seriously because my mental health means a lot to me. And this is why I'm partially okay with the Feh Pass, because Resplendent Cordelia is here, and I think we should all just take in this art for a moment. I can make regular Cordelia have this art. It was the true art, the true art buff was just waiting all along. It was here. It was just years away. That's it. That's all. It was just waiting for us to stumble upon it. This is great, and I'm happy about that. And I would gladly pay $9.50 to change the appearance of my +10 Cordelia. I honestly would. And again, the Feh Pass is not permanent. Like you can subscribe to a month that you want. It's totally up to you. And then once you have it, you have it. So that is, to me, I guess, a good enough reason, because Cordelia is just one that I will wail for. We all have to have our limits. I hope we can all respect that. Alright, so the distribution periods, this is going to be starting very soon. And Cordelia is not coming till the end of the month, which is kind of a bummer. Players will be able to purchase individual Resplendent heroes, not in their possession, after the hero's distribution period has passed. But an active subscription is required to do so. So even if you miss one, I guess they're letting you know that you can purchase them individually back. And given that the Feh Pass alone is $10, I can't imagine that they're crazy money, So, that is what it is. I'm in it for the Cordelia art buff, okay? That's it. That's really the main reason why I'm okay. That's literally it. If it gets dumber as time goes on, then I'm going to be more upset. But for right now, I'm just I'm slightly disappointed / neutral on this whole situation. And I know some of you guys may not be okay with that, but damn it all, I love Cordelia. That's where I'm at. Okay, some other stuff. Let's just keep trucking through this, because this was literally half of the Feh Channel. Special Feh Pass quests, so you get all more stuff. This is this I kind of have a slight issue with. It's just helping the whales more, and as someone who's trying to be slightly more financially responsible, I can understand that this would upset people, but like I said, I could spend extra money on orbs every month, or I could do this and get some in-game items that like grails, for example, that might be more useful. That's kind of where I'm drawing the line. Summoner support. This is dumb. I'm just gonna say it. This is pretty dumb. I don't know why this isn't a normal thing that we get. It seems stupid to put it behind a $9.49 paywall. Just make it part of the update. Don't put it in the Resplendent heroes alone is Feh Pass eligible. That's it. Some extra quests. Fine. Whatever. Now we're getting into the part that's really stupid in my opinion, and this is one of them. The summoner, why? That just seems like such a throwaway thing to be react. We're getting time skip abilities at this point. You can go back if you haven't moved in a turn to the previous turn. We're getting Divine Pulse. That's all. That's all this is. This is another thing that I don't know. Maybe with a limitation of some kind would have been better as just a general game asset for everybody to have access to that's not included in the Feh Pass. Like maybe you can only use it twice per map, but everybody has access to it and it's free. That's how I feel about React. Dumb. Auto start. This is probably the dumbest one out of them all. This is literally the dumbest one out of them all. And I am including summoner support on that. It lets you auto-repeat maps. It lets you auto-repeat maps. That's it. So when you're grinding, you don't have to like manually tap everything to advance forward. That's it. That's all this is. That's it. And in Tempest Trials, it even switches your team for you. That is so dumb to put that behind a paywall. I'm sorry, it is. I love you, IS, but get it together, man. Like, a lot of gachas just have this on rollout, even. Like, what are you doing? Man, what are you doing? That was stupid. I'm sorry. That turned into a lot of complaining, right? I'm sorry. If you've made it this far, give me a hell yeah in the comments, right? Because we're at the end now, and we got to finally talk about divine codes, and it turns out we were kind of right. We were kind of right. I said that they were going to be some form of merges. If you caught my last video about divine codes, not my last video, but like a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, I talked about, I didn't think they were going to be X, Y, and Z, but I thought they would likely be some sort of like rarity buff or some kind of auto merger. And it turns out that we're basically just being able to make combat manuals. So that's kind of like a merge, right? Except the benefit with combat manuals over just adding a merge would be you also have skill inheritance that you can use them for instead of a merge. So it's better. It's better than what I expected, which is nice. And I'm glad they saved this till the end, because that Feh Pass was kind of dumb. Like, really, really dumb. The Feh Pass was okay until it stopped talking about Resplendent heroes, in my opinion. Then it just became a bunch of dumb stuff that probably should have just been available to all players, regardless of Feh Pass. Anyway, so that's this. And we're also getting limited codes, I guess, is what the red ones are. There are no pathways, because you see with these guys, they're going to have a pathway of, I think it showed five different steps to get to a specific hero, which I assume that's what the part means, right? So right now we just have Divine Codes Part 1. The Part 1 is likely that first starting hero block that we're going to be starting a path towards, and we need Parts 2, 3, 4, and 5, etc. to get to whichever hero we want. You can jump rows whenever you want. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to stay on the same path to complete it, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of good. These guys, you don't need the path for. These are just, they're limited time availability. I don't know why you would need a spare Barst. Like, he's a 3-star. You probably have a couple of them anyway. He's great for reposition. Maybe you need a lot of reposition fodder. I don't know your barracks. I'm not here to judge. But I think more than likely you're going to try and get the spring heroes that are featured there instead, which are limited time. But you don't need to worry about going down the path to get a certain hero. These are just, you spend them if you got them, and you get who you want. I don't know if these seasonal or like limited time codes stack, i.e. if you have 50 but there's nobody there that you really want right now, you just keep the 50 that you have until the next one shows up. I don't know if they're time lock specific, but I'm sure we'll find more out about that later. But I think the Divine Code thing is good. I'm not thrilled with how the Mjolnir Strike scoring rating goes, but that's okay too, I guess. It's all about merges, which ironically is kind of what this is about as well. Merges. Makes a lot of sense, in hindsight. And there you go. There's the 3rd anniversary. They rounded out the presentation with a glimpse at Sprite Lysithea, which means she was maybe in the works beforehand? I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. She's hot on sweets, from what I hear. So, And then we had a bunch of artwork, which is great. I'm not going to show that because I will absolutely get claimed by the Feh Channel. But if you haven't seen it yet, you should go definitely check it out because there's some great pieces in there. And you know, it's like most of my Twitter follow is geared towards artists, and you know, I try and participate in charity zines and stuff like that whenever I get a chance as well. There's a lot of pieces back there, half of which I actually commissioned. So anytime they show love to the artists in the community, like, freaking love that. Yeah. So, in summary, Choose Your Legends. Yep, we were right about that. Anniversary looks okay. Voting Gauntlet for Choose Your Hero Rises is kind of dumb. Feh Pass. If there was no Cordelia, I would be much less conflicted about it. And finally, we were right about Divine Codes. Kinda. We were like 80% right about Divine Codes. That's all. This is really long. Longer than the actual Feh Channel. Probably because I ranted too much. But sometimes you need to just have some talk therapy. And I can feel my throat starting to tighten up because I still have a sinus infection. But there you go. I'm sure I'll be venting about it tomorrow when we stream some more Tokyo Mirage sessions. But in the meantime, friends, let me know what you thought about this Feh Channel. Please be kind to one another. If somebody has a differing opinion of yours, do not berate them. This is a safe place, alright? We are all friends here. Everything is fine. But that's it for me right now, because I have to edit this and then upload it and then sleep. So, thank you guys for watching. This was an interesting one. Definitely an interesting one. Don't know how this is going to go over. Please don't dislike my video. Thank you guys. We'll have more stuff coming out next week, I'm sure. But until then, this is me saying that I appreciate you. And until then, I will catch you next time.